welcome to another edition of What Did You Think?, where I get a chance to reply to your comments on a Facebook post that I had made asking all of you, what did you think of me when you first saw me dance, first danced with me, or in some cases first met me? Some of you have some short, brief comments, but some of you also took the time to really think back to that first time and write some very detailed, elaborate, and some funny stories. So this is my opportunity to say thank you to all of you instead of just hitting like on a comment and possibly sharing some of my own stories or thoughts and experiences. Julien Viard. Oh my God, and hope to dance with her one day. Hope so too, Julien. Salsa Carlos, I danced with you here in Rochester when you came, and you're an amazing dancer. Carlos, that must have been a very long time ago. I think when I went to Rochester was in 2002. That might have been actually one of my first events outside of Toronto, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you for remembering, and thank you for your comment. Matthew Dean, magnetic energy and impossible to miss. Thank you. I suppose Magna, magnetic, kind of makes sense. Mihai Banu, smooth and surprised you can do spins and flip-flops. It's funny that you mentioned that, because there are a lot of times that I'll end up out and not having the right footwear, but still really, really desperately wanting to dance. And I remember this actually happened to me once at not the New York Congress, but there was a social in New York called the Jimmy Anton Social. And it would always happen on the Sunday right before the Sunday night of the New York Salsa Congress. Our tradition was you go and you dance for 4 hours at the social, you're all sweaty, get to the hotel, take a shower, and then go dance for another, 4 or 5 hours at the Congress. I went from New Jersey all the way to New York, so it took me quite some time to get there, and I forgot my dance shoes. And I was at the social, and no one else had extra shoes there, but lots of people had extra shoes at the actual hotel. So they're like, well, when we get to the hotel, I could give you shoes, but I really wanted to dance, and I could not stay at a social without dancing. I had to. And so I just danced in my flip-flops, and it actually turned out to be an awesome night of dancing. I think there are a couple of videos from that day at Jimmy Anton's that were fantastic dances. So even I surprised myself sometimes. Tony Cuba, you were very kind to say thanks to me after social dancing. Tony, whoever does not say thanks to you after social dancing, I don't know what's wrong with them. There's almost no reason to not say thank you. You could even say thank you sarcastically if you really disliked it, but there's no reason to not say thank you. Munmun Prasad, I saw you dancing in our Mumbai salsa meet, and your spins were awesome, stunning, and elegant. Thank you, Munmun. Sharon Gonzalez, I admired your musicality. Thanks, girl. You're always such a huge bundle of joy and support, so I appreciate that. Thanks. John Garcia, let me poke her in the eye. I don't know when this happened, and I think you're lucky. One of my best friends, she told me about a dance that she had with somebody who giving her like touch and goes, and as he gave her a touch and go, he poked her in the eye. And unfortunately, he did not say sorry or acknowledge that he had done that. And so what she did, she poked him back in the eye. I feel like if you said, let me poke her in the eye, but are not adding anything else to your comment as far as, and she poked me back, means you got lucky. You got away, son. Ike Shin, I thought I was dancing with a bird. I don't know if that's a compliment, because if I thought of dancing with a bird and holding the wings and trying to turn that bird, I feel like I'd have a lot of trouble. So I don't know if you're telling me that was a good dance or that was a very difficult dance. Fatma, Dokumcu, bu kez çok güzel yerlere gitmek gelecek dedim öyle de oldu. I'm going to use the translation because all I know is this girl is very beautiful, and that's all I got. I said this girl would come to many beautiful places, so it happened. So I was completely wrong. Fatma, teşekkür ederim. Remy Vermunt, I wish I could date you. That's always funny too, you know. I'm going to give you guys a little story with that. It's funny how we basically sometimes confuse what we experience on the dance floor or what we see in a dancer for something way more than what is actually present. And I remember going to this club in New York at Club Cachet, and I had danced with somebody there. After the dance, it was apparently a very good dance. I don't remember it today. I just remember this story about that dance. But we had a great dance, and I guess it must have been to Salsa Romantica. And sometimes I get into the song. So we finished our dance and I continued the rest of the night with other friends. And this person went to the bar and had met with another good friend of mine. And he told my friend, I danced with Magna. I think she likes me. And my friend said, what makes you think that? And he said, dude, we had the vibe. Like, I know she likes me. And my friend said, did she say something to you? He's like, no, you were not there, dude. You have no idea. Like, just trust me. She likes me. The rest of the night passed, and at some other point in the night, I went to the bar to go grab a drink, and I see my friend, to whom, of course, I'm very excited to see him, so I give him a big hug, and then this guy is standing next to him, and I extended my hand out to shake his hand and introduce myself, because that's a polite thing to do. I was like, oh, hi, I'm Magna, and he said, we danced earlier. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right, I remember, you're a really good dancer. And we continued like some very brief, casual conversation, and I left. And then my friend turned to him and kind of looked at him and said, you see, I told you. And Christophe, Annee, c'était à Bordeaux et j'étais très impressionné que tu acceptes de danser avec moi. Très bon souvenir. It was in Bordeaux, and I was very impressed that you accepted to dance with me. Of course, why wouldn't I? And Bordeaux, I remember, it was a smaller event. I also find that generally in smaller events, it's so much easier to actually like make contact with people and see them in classes and see them through the night and actually find them if for whatever reason you can't dance with them in that moment. So of course I would have danced with you, Christophe. Mos Vanvan, I attended one of your Congress class techniques of turning so many years ago. Ah, yes. Spin technique was one of the first Congress classes I started offering. Geetah Krishnan, breathtaking. Thank you, Geetah. I hope you're still alive, and I hope I did not take your breath completely away. Mario Craigen, greatest of all time. I'm a goat. I finally understood that. You know, somebody called me a goat once, and I was like, what the hell is a goat? Why are you calling me a goat? Am I making weird sounds? What am I doing that makes you think I'm a goat? And then somebody explained, oh, greatest of all time. So I finally made that connection. Thank you. Proud to be a goat. Teo Maldonado, que eras un ángel bailando en una nube, fue en Lorca, Murcia. Wow. Spain. This was a very, very long time ago. This was an event in Spain, in Lorca. It was my first time going to Spain. Teo, thank you for the compliment. But one of the things I actually remember about Lorca and that event in Spain, in addition to some really crazy, weird things that happened during that entire weekend, I made a really amazing friend, and she is like a sister to this day. I met her, Anna, in Lorca, and then we went to Malaga after this to do some work at her club. So yeah, I remember Lorca very fondly for this one interaction, this one connection that is a lifelong friendship. And her family are just an extended family of mine. So thank you, Teo, for bringing that back up, because it reminds me of another friend of mine who is very invaluable in my life. Jeku Jacob, elegant and energetic. Thank you, sir. Charlotte, tag somebody else. Alex Flores, you're awesome. Thank you, Alex. Msalam Alsyoufi, Dead Sea, Jordan. Jordan was an awesome trip. Francis Acevedo, I can do that. Thanks, Francis. That was of no help. I don't know what you can do. Vanessa on Facebook. Cool. Thank you, Vanessa. Jay Johnson, Demigoddess. Thank you. I'm going to assume that that's not a comment about my height. Danielle Labanc. Wow. Thanks, Danielle. Husni Seyfi, real queen of salsa. Husni, thank you. I don't like the term queen sometimes because I feel way more like I'm in servitude of than ruling over other people. But I appreciate the comment. Thank you very, very much. And that wraps up another edition of What Did You Think? Thank you again for all of your comments. Thank you for taking the time. And I look forward to meeting you somewhere around in the world. And in the meantime, don't forget to check out the rest of the channel. Please subscribe, comment on the videos that you like, share the videos that you like. And I look forward to connecting with you again very soon.